what is that process? I mentioned the 89 topics. We break down the 89 topics into 6 courses. You see them listed here, 101 through 106. So step 1, the education step, you will take 101, which is fundamentals, followed by insurance, investments, tax, retirement, and estate. And we teach you those 89 topics throughout those various courses. Step 2, once you complete the education, is to take a live review intensive exam-focused course, and then finally sit for the examination. So if you wanted to begin in January of 2010, you would take the modules 101 through 106. You would finish those modules August, mid to late August, and then you would have all of September, October, and the first half of November to take the exam prep course, to study, and to be prepared for the national examination. So as we're sitting here, literally a year from now, you could have completed your education, your exam prep, and you'd be taking the examination this weekend. So a pretty efficient way of getting it done. And those courses, again, start in January. We talked a lot about the education. Now I want to talk about how Kaplan has the type of program that fits into what you may be looking for. The most important thing you need to understand on this slide is that everybody learns differently. You need to assess yourself to figure out how best I can achieve this certification. What is the education that I need? Do I need a live classroom? Can I take it virtually? Do I want to do it on myself when I have free time? We have all of the different courses, and I want to take a few minutes and explain those for you. We have what's called our accelerated classroom, or what we refer to as ACCFP, those 6 courses that I mentioned. They are instructor-led courses. They are a 4-day format, which means you would go to class Thursday afternoons, all day Friday, all day Saturday, all day Sunday. They're self-contained courses. You would have an instructor, you would take quizzes, and at the end of Sunday, you would take the final examination, and you would be all completed with that course in the 4-day period of time. Of course, we require you to read and to come to class prepared, but that course would be done in a 4-day period of time. We offer those in January in major cities, and the ones that begin in January are going to be in New York City and San Francisco. So if you can't travel to those locations, this might not be the best alternative for you. They're designed to have you basically out of the office a day and a half, Thursday and Friday, about every 6 weeks, because we know how important it is to be in the office and to be working with your clients and so forth. The second alternative, it's not always efficient for people to travel to New York or San Francisco. We take that same curriculum and we have instructor-led, web-delivered classes. They're offered Monday, Wednesday, Thursday nights. So what would happen is you would get your pre-work, and then you would have 3-hour sessions in the evening, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and you would cover the same material. The only difference in the live class is that you would take your quizzes and your final exam on your own time. You would have access to our test engine. And in addition to that, they are archived. So if there's a Monday night and the kid has a soccer game and you can't attend, you can go back and listen to that archived class. Again, those are all structured to begin. Our next session begins in January. After that, our sessions would begin in May, followed by September, and you would basically complete all of those in a 9-month period of time. Third option. These, again, are instructor-led classes, but we realize people may want instructors, but they can't go to New York and they can't go to San Francisco. They're here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, where I am. So therefore, we partner with universities to provide courses that are generally weekend courses. So for example, many of our courses are a Friday night, Saturday, every other weekend type of course. So it doesn't take you out of your office. You don't have to travel to New York or San Francisco, but you do have that instructor in front of you. Those, again, complete in a 9 to 12 month period of time. Each university is slightly different with the schedule, So therefore, I would suggest that you look at our website, www.swayzer.com, CFP, and click on the university programs, and it'll take you to the web page, and you can see the class schedules there. But again, very prestigious universities across the U.S., Georgetown, Duke, San Francisco State. There's about 15 schools that we have programs with, and new schools coming on all the time. We have Temple starting in January as well. Last way, remember I said it's important for you to learn, to figure out how you want to learn. We do have a self-paced classroom. This is self-paced. You get the materials, the books, the syllabus, what to read, but you do it at your own pace. You get phone support and online support. Generally speaking, it takes people between 12 and 18 months to get through a program when you don't have a set class time and so forth, but certainly an option available to you. Okay, what I just showed you was step one, the education component. Step two now is the the examination component. We have live review classrooms. Again, 4 solid days. This is intensive exam prep. We offer this in about 15 cities across the United States, so easier to get to. Always offered and associated with the exam dates. If you can't get to one of the cities, then we do offer the same Monday, Wednesday, Thursday evening virtual classes as well. And these ones, again, same sort of thing, live, web delivered, but they are archived. Okay, I just wanted to spend a minute. I've talked to you about our product offerings and the education and the review, but I also want to talk to you a little bit more specific about what comes with our products if you choose to take our education program or exam program. Here in the middle is where I talked about choosing what type of classroom works well for you. Live, virtual, self-study, right? Well, you also, a lot of people want on-demand type learning. If I've got some time on the train and I want to do a bunch of questions, here, there's a QBank that's available to you. Our review QBank has over 5,000 questions that you can do online or print out and take with you wherever you go. There's an audio review, so if you want to sit and listen to people talk about CFP topics, that's available to you as well. A number of things that you'll see across the bottom of your screen, study calendars, faculty office hours, just like when you were in college. You go to a chat room at a certain time and an instructor will answer your questions for you. And a very robust video library. If you are struggling with a particular topic, let's say charitable trust, and you just can't get the differences in some of the charitable trusts, and you had your instructor and maybe even you look back at the archive class, we have further resources where we have 10, 15, 20-minute videos on very specific topics, very intense, so that can help you further delve into that concept. So, you know, we find in a lot of cases that when people look at our products and they look at the question bank and they look at the video library, all those on-demand ways of helping you learn are very, very well received. Okay. Study solutions. Again, just to sort of summarize what we have, the accelerated programs allow you to finish in about a 9-month period of time. You spend a lot of time with instructors, which I think is very important. All of our instructors are highly credentialed CFPs. They've sat on the CFP Board of Examiners, have been doing that with us for a long time. We have very flexible formats, as I indicated. That's the most important choice that you need to make at the outset. Then there's your commitment. If you remember back to one of the earlier slides, they talked about saying the exam is rigorous but fair. It is rigorous. You will need to study, and we tell people about 1 to 2 hours for every hour that you're in the classroom. Basically, that breaks down. If you start in January and want to take the November exam, you need to be prepared at least to spend 10 hours a week on this. So when you look at your commitments, your family, your job, and this really has got to be top 3 priority.